Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see by the title, today's video is my next Tip Tuesday by Thanuska, and the topic that I will be covering is how to perfect your wing liner. And this video honestly is specifically for beginners. I do share a hack that may work if you are a beginner and are just learning how to do a wing liner. So if you want to see what that is, then please keep on watching. Disclaimer out here. This video may not be the most perfect because I obviously don't always do my wing liner while I'm shooting it, and it's kind of hard for me to have my mirror in front of me and look at myself in film while trying to film in a way where you guys can see. So my wing liner today may not be as perfect as you may expect it to be, but yeah, I just thought I would put it out there because, yeah, your girl kind of struggled in today's video a little bit. So before I get started, I just want to let you know which eyeliner I will be using. I am going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. The reason I love this eyeliner is because it is super matte, super black, and it is also water resistant, which I need in every single eyeliner because I don't like when it runs and things like that because my eyes get super watery whenever I am doing eye makeup specifically. So I obviously can't have a really big mirror in front of me because I am filming myself, so I will be going in with a smaller compact mirror. And if you guys watched my lash video, I shared my tip of kind of tilting your head back and looking into the mirror so that you can see more lid space. That works really well for when you're applying lashes, but that works even better when you're doing your eyeliner, especially if you have smaller eyes like me. So I always go in with a smaller compact as well as sitting in front of my big mirror. If you are a beginner, one tip and one hack that I will share with you that may help you out is using tape. I find that a lot of times what people struggle with regards to eyeliner is getting that really sharp wing and getting it in the perfect angle that suits your eye shape. Before I put on the tape, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the stickiness off by tapping my fingers just because I don't want it to be super stuck to my skin and tug on my skin too hard. And pretty much when you are creating your wing, the angle in which your wing should go is from the corner of your eyes in the direction of the end of your eyebrow. That's kind of the angle you want your wing to go. So when you are putting on your tape, if you are gonna use this method, you want to put it at the corner of your eye, but angle it towards your eyebrow like so. And make sure that this edge is stuck on your eye because obviously if you're working with a liquid liner, it will leak. It obviously doesn't dry right away, so you don't want it leaking through the tape, so make sure it's completely on your eye. So obviously, as you guys can see, I already have my face makeup on, so you might think, oh my god, she's putting tape on top of her face makeup, wouldn't that take the makeup off? Yes, obviously it will, but I'm just gonna go in with some powder after I finish and take off the tape, and it should be fine. I've done it before. If you guys want to avoid that step, then I would recommend doing your eyeliner prior to doing any of your face makeup. So I just wanted to mention, before you get started, it is really important to use the tip of your eyeliner brush if you are working with a liquid liner that looks like this, because that's what's gonna create that precise line. If you go in more flat and try to use the entire brush, you're gonna create a really thick wing and it might look a little bit messy. So I always go in with my wing first. I know some people like to create the line first and then the wing, but for me, I'm just so used to doing the wing first, and so that's what I'm gonna be teaching you guys today. I am just gonna start creating that line exactly where the tape is, and I'm just gonna flick. This is where you should be using the tip of your brush because you want that line to be very thin and precise. Obviously right now it looks like I have a really thick line, but a lot of the eyeliner is just on the tape, it's not on my eye itself. And then once you create that line, you want to start creating a triangle shape coming towards your lash line or the base of your eyelid. So I'm just gonna go and start creating a triangle like this. And once you create that triangle, you just want to start filling it in. As you guys can see, I filled it in completely. You don't want to pull the tape off until your eyeliner is completely dry, because if you pull it off while it is wet, there are chances of the eyeliner leaking and then it's just going to get really messy. I just want to pull off the tape just so you guys can see what the wing looks like. So I'm just going to gently pull off the tape. And as you guys can see, I have a fairly sharp line, and yes, some of my powder did come off, but I will go ahead in later and put on some powder and blend that out. But as you guys can see, I have a fairly sharp wing. And so now you're not gonna do anything with the wing. It's pretty much complete. Once I complete that triangle and fill it in, I'm going in to the middle. You wanna make sure that you're working in sections and you are working in small amounts. You don't wanna go in right away and create a really thick wing, because once you go thick, you obviously can't go back and you're just gonna have to start all over again and wipe everything off. So it's really important to stay as thin as possible until you build and build to get that perfect shape and size that you want. So you want the thinnest part of your line to be on the inside, obviously. If you go too thick there, then it could make your eyes look a little bit smaller. And so as you guys can see, this part looks really thick and this part looks really thin, so I'm just gonna go ahead and connect them two. So I'm just kind of flipping my hand this way, and I'm just gonna draw a line to connect them both. So this is looking fairly good to me. I'm just gonna go in and just clean it up a bit. So I'm fairly happy with how this eye looks. Again, as I mentioned, this wouldn't be how I would be doing my eyeliner. I'm doing it for the purpose of filming this video. I would be sitting in front of a really big mirror along with having this compact. So my eyeliner might not be the most perfect, but I do like how it looks. I like how my wing looks, and it's the perfect thickness that I want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Same thing, you wanna take a piece of tape and tape it on. So again, you just wanna make sure that your tape is on perfectly and you don't want any gaps or any loose parts, just because it will leak through. Trust me, I've done it before. So again, I'm just gonna take my eyeliner, and using the tip, I am just going to create the wing. And then I'm gonna go in and create the triangle. Obviously this looks very messy, but when I take my tape off, it will be perfectly fine. I'm just gonna let that dry so that I can take the tape off. So this one, obviously for me, I clearly did not have my tape on properly, which is completely fine. I'm just gonna go connect the bottom. And as you guys can see, when I took this tape off, the wing wasn't as sharp and long as this side. So using the tip again of my brush, I am just going to flick very softly, and you don't want to put too much pressure. And I'm just going to create this wing. And don't worry about it looking messy and things like that, because I am gonna go in with concealer after to clean everything up. I'm gonna go into the middle and create a thin line. And honestly, this doesn't have to be as thin as how I'm doing it. It's whatever works for your eye shape and however you like to do your wing. So as you guys can see, I need to connect this part and this part of my wing. So I'm just going to start dragging. So I pretty much completed both my wings and I'm fairly satisfied. So I'm going to stop before I mess it up. When it comes to wing liner, you guys, if you look at it and it looks fine to you, stop. There's been so many times where I go in and I'm looking at my eyeliner, I'm like, oh, there's this little tiny thing that I can fix, and then I completely F it up. So if you are satisfied, just completely stop. So what I'm gonna do is go in with a flat brush like this. Sorry guys, it already has concealer on it. And I'm also going in with a concealer that is kind of the color of my skin tone, just because I want it to blend in with my skin. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of concealer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up my wing. So pretty much if your wing is not as straight as you want it to be, this is a good tip to use to make it straight and clean it up. So I'm pretty much just using this flat brush to sharpen up my wing like so. And then you just want to go ahead and blend it out. This is why you would want to use a concealer that's around your skin complexion or the color of your concealer that you used underneath your eye, just so it blends in. And then just to set that, I'm gonna go in with my face powder. And then because I obviously had tape on and it took off some of my powder, I'm just gonna go in with my face powder as well. As I mentioned, this is probably a better hack to use prior to doing your face makeup, just so you don't take off your face makeup. You work so hard, spent so much time to put it on. Why would you do this? So this wing looks clean to me and I like how it looks. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna use my finger to blend concealer out, and once that's blended out, I'm gonna go in with a more precise brush to pack some face powder just to set the concealer. So I think I'm done and I am satisfied. So I'm just gonna go off camera and apply my mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. So this is the completed look, and I got my lashes on, so my eyes are complete. I hope you guys were able to learn something from this video, and hopefully the tape hack helps you guys out. I know in the beginning when you first are learning how to do eyeliner, it is very, very, very tough. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna make it seem like it's easy. Till this day, I still struggle. Every time I do my eyeliner, it looks different. Every time I do each eye, it looks different. And I'm always having to spend like 20 minutes trying to fix my eyeliner to make it look pretty much the same. But honestly, reality is that your eyeliner is not gonna look the same on both eyes. But if you use the tips that I suggested in this video, such as using that tape to get the perfect angle for your eye, it may help you out to create a wing that you are satisfied with. But yeah, that is pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I would really appreciate it if you can leave a comment down below with your feedback or suggestions for what you want to see in my next Tip Tuesday by Thanuska video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!